Hey everybody, TonyScapone here, coming to you live with the Epic Storm, and tonight we're playing Gifts Storm in Legacy. That's right, Gifts Storm in Legacy. I'm pumped. I love porting stuff to Legacy, especially this deck. I've always loved this deck. So hang tight just for a couple minutes. I got to get the word out to our people on Discord and Twitter. I'll be right back. Alright, hello everybody, I am TonyScapone, and of course here we are on the Epic Storm. We are live on YouTube, and tonight we're playing Gifts Storm, one of my favorite decks. I hardly ever get to play because I don't really play Modern, and it's not exactly much of a deck in Modern anymore. It hasn't been for quite some time now, but we're going to have some fun tonight to port it to Legacy. Fun fact, there was a point years ago where I played nothing but this deck in Legacy for like a few weeks straight because my collection got stolen, most of it, and I had like parts to play Gift Storm, and I just threw it together to be able to play with what I had, and this is what I played. So I actually have some experience playing Gift Storm in Legacy. We get all sorts of upgrades like Brainstorm and Ponder. Of course, we get to play Force of Will, we get to play Daze. So there are some really powerful things that are going on. Previous when I used to play it, I didn't play it with Burning Wish, but I have been messing around with it, and it seems like kind of an auto inclusion, right? It's super strong. I've actually had a bit of success with it. I mean, we have the basic idea is you want to put a cost reducer into play. In Modern, one of the problems is, you know, your creatures can just get killed, but there isn't quite as much removal in Legacy. There is a fair amount, of course, but we have better protection, right? We have Force of Will, we have Daze, and just more efficiency. But the idea, you put a cost reducer into play, you resolve a Gifts Ungiven. This card I'll go through, search for your library for up to 4 cards with different names. So you can select one of each, no duplicates of course. You put all 4 in front of your opponent, they get to choose 2 of them and put them in your graveyard, and you get the other 2. You know, a standard pile is getting a couple rituals, a Manamorphose, and a Past in Flames, and if you have a couple of mana and a cost reducer, you can just loop it, right? You make a bunch of mana, you flashback Past in Flames, you read Gifts again, and off you go. So, what else we got? We got the cantrips. We got a nice mana base to work with now that we have the Surveil lands are really nice. Basics, of course, we get to play with Volks. Lorien Revealed is a nice upgrade. I do like to have a Singleton Echo of Aeons. It's nice to have that option. It's nice sometimes to just throw in your piles. Sometimes you make value piles. It's good for that. And the Singleton LED is Also a nice thing to be able to dig for. This deck is very good at digging really hard. And instead of playing 4 Gifts, I chose to play 3 and 1 Merchant Scroll. Merchant Scroll can get your Force of Wills, it can get Brainstorm if you need, it can get your Singleton Echoing Truth, it can get Pact of Negation. Of course, we have Burning Wish as well as a finisher. We're ultimately going to kill them with Grapeshot, or we do have a way to, this card is excellent, it doubles as removal, but can also kill through the One Ring. So if there's a One Ring trigger, this deck is very much capable. Once it goes off, it goes off. So what we can do is get up to enough where we can desire for pretty much our whole deck, and then we can make enough mana and certainly get black off of Manamorphose or the Lion's Eye Diamond to be able to cut and then ribbons. Other than that, I mean, we got a little toolbox with Burning Wish, some removal, some draw 7s. We got our other Past in Flames. We have access to Force of Negation, so the post board we got a bunch of protection against other combo decks, and that's about it. I mean, we got some other Storm cards, Relay, of course, Empty. Yeah, I'm pumped. Hope you are too. Of course, I do want to thank our sponsors, Moxfield, KMC, and Card Hoarder. And I do want to mention that I have my own YouTube. Of course, right now you are watching the Epic Storm live on YouTube, but I have my own YouTube. I have a Twitch that I do live streams on. I have a Patreon that I have various lists, sideboard guides, early access to content, that sort of thing. I started a podcast called Brews of Paradise, mostly about brewing and nitty-gritty I'm blanking on the word to describe it, but we dig into the trenches, whatever you want to call it. I can't think of a way to put it. But yeah, that's about it. So let's jump into round 1. I will see you there.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
And do not forget, of course, become a member on the YouTube right here. There's all sorts of great perks to do so. That is not, however, where you get Bryant's sideboard guides for the Epic Storm. That would be on his Patreon, so check that as well. All those links are in the description below. Let's see, round 1 here, playing against Synapse Twitch, and our hand does not interact. It's not particularly fast, doesn't have cantrips, but we do have land drops, some tutors. I mean, it's not terrible. It's functional. If we get on 2, we can get a Force of Will if we need. Mountain Go. Alright, it's probably like Goblins. That's my best guess. Alright. Well, let's just pass. We can get a Surveil land. Another fetch land. So it might be Painter. Basic Swamp. Alright, they're goofing or something. So we can just discard Wish. We don't necessarily really need this card in our hand. You could discard Rite of Flame, you get some value. It's not terrible, but I don't think we're going to use both of these wishes. Like our hand is just full of action, right? Dominic says, I remember playing something like this in Vintage when Baral was originally printed. Oh, that's cool. That one I want. I feel like I'm supposed to get Force of Will first. Like, there's no way this Electroman is surviving, right? It could. Technically, I could do both. I can go Rite of Flame, Gobbo, Merchant Scroll for Force of Will. I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I was thinking I'd be left with the blue. Sorry. Brain fart. Total brain fart there. They're going to do nothing? Alright, we're getting a softball here. Which we need after just flagrant blunder. So I mean, I think we're just end stepping a Gifts Ungiven. You could Merchant Scroll for a Force of Will or a Pact, but then we can't Gifts. We could cast their. No, I'm just gonna end step a Gifts. I don't see a good reason to attack. The best reason to attack is they're unlikely to do something to punish it, but well, I guess that's untrue. I wasn't thinking of Bowmasters, which I totally should have been. But the fact is, the 2 damage is unlikely to matter, so I didn't really put any thought past that. It's just not worth really any risk of it dying. Okay, we do have an End the Festivities in the sideboard. Maybe I should have fetched earlier, because they could have disrupted this here. OP's like, well, no way they're going to cast Gifts Ungiven on the end step, right? Yes, we are. I think I'm just getting 3 actual rituals and Past in Flames. I don't see much reason to get Manamorphose and activate this Bowmasters. Like, I think this will just be a loop, like just a win. Let's go. Could get Bergy, but I'm just gonna go Song, Rite of Flame, Desperate Ritual. Yeah, we don't have 3 actual. Oh yeah. I have LED. An LED. And then we can get Past in Flames. We can Burning Wish, get Past in Flames, cast it, Flashback, Wish for Grapeshot. Grapeshot them, Flashback Past in Flames, Grapeshot them again. Is that going to be enough? I can cast 2 of these, 1, 2. I can cast Merchant Scroll, plus the card that I get is 1, 2, 3, Burning Wish 4, Past in Flames 5, Wish 6, and then we can flash back. 2 of the rituals is 7, 8, 9. Grapeshot is 10. Flashback, re-Grapeshot. Yeah, that's lethal. It's just deterministic. I like that. I don't know what is going on here. I mean, they're playing Grixis. It's just all basics. Croxa. What are the 4 cards in your hand? I mean, I don't care too much. I guess I can get... I counted the spell that I get with this as castable. Oh, but I didn't count... I have an extra spell that goes to the graveyard. So I can get Pact. Is what I'm saying. I can get Pact and Negation. Play land. Doesn't really matter. Ritual. Oh, and we can flashback the gifts too. I mean, we don't even need to, but... yeah, they are super, super dead. Right of flame, right of flame. Wish. Grapeshot you. Get him with the grapes. Yep. And flash back the past in flames. Rape shot you again. Hope you like grapes, OP. I like grapes. I do not like tomatoes. I say that because I just had a conversation about not liking tomatoes with Builderburn, another Storm companion. So, we're playing against this Grixis nonsense. I don't know what else to call it. I don't think I want Force of Negation. I don't know. But I don't think so. I suppose I can play Echoing Truth. Are we really going to be... It's going to be like discard. I mean, that's not good against Bowmasters. Do I want both pieces of removal? I think I just want these in the sideboard. I think I just want to keep it lean, you know. I don't love relying on these. It does seem like between Grapeshot and the festivities, and I should just bring this in. Because we're not going to be up against the ring, I don't think. And I think I'd rather just have something that kills a creature as opposed to... Daze is going to be pretty bad on the draw. But I should probably still keep it. You know what? I'm just gonna literally run it back. I don't even think Misdirection is terrible. It might be, but they're probably running Thoughtseize. It's good against Thoughtseize. Well, speaking of... Yeah. A raw tomato fan? You love tomatoes? Get out. Get out. I grew up with my grandparents' farm. Fresh tomatoes are the best. They aren't. They just... You know what the problem is? They taste like a tomato. Fresh tomato, I mean, it's just more tomato taste, right? If anything, it's worse. Oh, I'm sure not fresh tomato is even worse. I've been tricked so many times into trying tomatoes. People always want to make you... They hear that you don't like tomatoes, and they have whatever explanation as to why you just haven't tasted the right tomatoes. And then they give you the right tomatoes, right? You haven't had cherry tomatoes. You haven't had fresh tomatoes. You haven't had these, whatever. Every time it tastes like a tomato. There's that. It's kind of a problem for me. All right, I mean... This makes me wish I brainstormed first, but... I don't hate it. It's a lot of protection. I already have... Yeah, maybe I actually throw this back. I've already got... It's not perfect protection, but... And I already have a Burning Wish. Yeah. Hey, Tony, dope video you uploaded the other day. What's on the blanket? What's on the blanket? Silly question. Ugh. Got that Echo Blankie. My boyfriend doesn't like tomatoes and it blows my mind. He says it's a texture thing. I wouldn't say it's just a texture thing. Although, it's not as though the texture is pleasing. They're very gooey. Excuse me. I mean, I don't like this. But I feel like it's just really manageable. You know? Oh, thank you. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm supposed to do this beforehand. Okay. I don't want the hand to be too small. All right. Oops. Merchant scroll. We can go get gifts. I think I might rather brainstorm. Yeah, I want to find a cost reducer. Oh. Wait. Keep the mountain, get rid of the island. Because I want to get island with this. Maybe I just want to get another dual land. And then keep island. Okay, we'll do that. Misdirection's probably not going to be good, but I'm still going to hold on to it. Looking for a cost reducer. Nope. It's more Burning Wish. I mean, I don't hate more mana. I'm gonna have 3, 4, 7 next turn. So 1 mana shy of a Mind's Desire. We don't have all that much storm for it. Yet, at least. Burning Inquiry. Oh, that could be a doozy. You never quite know with this one, right? I feel like not much changed. LED's gone, Force of Will's gone, Rite of Flame's gone. I guess it's annoying that they could have access to a Force of Will. Although it seems like they're willingly just not playing Force of Will. What is this? Oh, that thing. Okay. I want to play Bergie. I also want to put Force of Will in my hand. Yeah, that's a bummer. LED's gone. I'm gonna put Brainstorm in my hand. Then I'm gonna go get Force. I'll feel more comfortable playing Bergie. And probably still passing. They're on such low resources. This Brainstorm is probably going to get rid of Misdirection and Daze. Okay, they're holding up Force of Will now. Another Voidwalker. Okay. Take me home, Brainstorm. A land drop. I don't hate this. Not really going to be shuffling, but... You can actually turn your dazes into rituals with Bergie into play. What I like about Grapeshot and Dothy is that you can kill the Dothys before the actual Grapeshot resolves. Because all the triggers resolve first. Casting a Brainstorm? They are. If I force, they could force back with the other Dothy, and then I can misdirect that. But I think I'd rather just let them go for it here. Another land, I don't really care about that. Ashiok. I mean, I can also Grapeshot that. No, because they're gonna mess up the top of my deck, so I guess I'm forcing this. And then they're gonna force back with this Dothy. And then we're gonna misdirect their force back at my misdirection. And then we're gonna go off with Burning Wish. Bummer we couldn't have gotten something like this going on our own turn so that we could make use of this Bergie mana. But what can you do? Or I can misdirect it to their Ashiok. That's funny. Okay. I think this is going to be a big old Mind's Desire situation. Rite of Flame. Burning Wish. Get the other Rite of Flame. Cast the other Rite of Flame. Cast Past in Flames. Cast Rite of Flame. Cast Rite of Flame. Wander into the other Burning Wish. I can probably just kill them, actually. Be Burning Wish for Grapeshot. You have 7, 8, and 9 mana. Grapeshot costs essentially 1 down to 8. Piff for 4 down to 4, and then re-Grapeshot. Yep. Oh, I wanted to Mind's Desire. So that's the nice thing about Bergie as a cost reducer, is she gives rebates. So even for 0 drops and 1 drops, she still reduces the cost. We're 2-0, baby. We are undefeated, so I'll see you in round 2.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
Change the record. 1-0. I bet Tulane, Teller of Tales, and Bergie, God of Storytelling would have a lot to talk about. Yep. Oh, I just noticed the Opeth shirt, my favorite band ever. Hey. Yeah, they're probably in top 3 at least for me. They're definitely the band that got me into metal. Turned me from a grunge kid into a death metal head for almost 20 years now. Well, we're undefeated. That was not exactly a real Legacy deck that we played against, but nice to see that we could just smush it. Punt. I feel like they are usually a show and tell player. Lennart, how are you? Whoa. Okay. Deck looks sweet. Yeah. Agreed. Immediate shuffle. Love to see it. Let's go island. Ponder is fine. Ponder shuffle again. Still love to see it. Another land. Do I want to brainstorm now? I don't really think there's a reason to. Like, we're just definitely going to have their first couple of things covered. And ultimately, I'm happy making land drops. You know? There's a lot of spots there where you would want to brainstorm, because if you hit a ponder, then you would want to actually cast it instead of passing. However, I like the cards in my hand. Do I want to hard cast the Daze? I don't think so. I think I want to float one and just Daze it. I'll cast it now. Alright, that's good. Let's put Thundering Falls back. Put Mountain back. I just get the Thundering Falls. I really don't hate that. Don't know what the next card is, so... Well, now they know, at least generally speaking, what's happening. That's right. What are your top albums? Honestly, it's been difficult for me to listen to anything other than Archspire for the past quite some time now. And I mean, I've listened to a lot of other stuff, but I keep coming back to them. They're absolutely incredible right now. Their new album, Bleed the Future, is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But some newer-ish bands that I think are really good is well, I guess they're not too new, but at least new to me. I learned about them like 5 years ago. Psychroptic, their self-entitled album, and Inherited Repression are really good. I don't like their new ones. Alright, still drawing a lot of permission here. I think I still just want to chill. I think I just want to cast this Gobbo. Doesn't mean we don't have, you know, double force and Daze, but I'm not sure how much this Daze is going to do. And 2 cost reducers can get pretty serious. 1 can get pretty serious. I'm just not really... I don't want to, like, walk into a Hull Breacher or something. The 1 chip damages whatever. I'm just not really willing to blow this Manamorphose. Yes, it cantrips, but it's also a ritual. All it's going to take is, like, drawing a cantrip or some actual action. Okay, they're going in deep here. Going for a sneak attack. They have 4 cards in hand. I'm going to pitch the Daze. We do get a loot if this resolves. They pitch a Traxa, they only have 2 cards. Do I want to loot? Yeah, there's all sorts of, like, value cards that want to go to the graveyard. This is an example of cards, 2 cards that I would rather have both of them. What is Wish going to do for us? Not much. 2 cost reducers, it's not like... Actually... It's almost good. I'm actually going to keep that. It wouldn't take much for this card to be bonkers for us. We could have looted twice had I forced their force instead. Maybe I should have. Alright, Wish costs 1. Past in Flames costs 2. Then we can Manamorphose, and then we can cast Brainstorm. I could Reforge. That draws them 7 cards. I don't love that. Could just pass. I think I like getting Past in Flames. It lets us draw 2 cards, essentially, get some card selection, and it puts Past in Flames in our graveyard. With the Wish being there as well. Let's fetch, because we're going to have to anyways. Volcanic, play Volcanic, play Past in Flames. It would be a bummer if they had a Daze. They did not. Definitely want a blue. Do I want 2 blue? It's probable, but so is... Oh boy. Let's go. Let's go deep. Huh. All right. Okay. We might have lethal. Three, four, five. Oh, I can definitely Mind's Desire. For 8? It's gotta be the play, right? Yes. I probably could have done more. Yeah, I could have, like, forced something, pitching that Ponder, and then dazing the Force, and gotten 2 more Storm, but it's alright. These are free, by the way. These are free. These are all free. 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 Hee hee hee. Free. Okay. Let's go. Gifts. Ritual. Manamorphose. Bergy. Ritual. Sure. You like Orchid the most? Oh, as far as Opeth albums go. Ghost Reveries is one of my favorites. For sure. Guess I'll cast another Gifts. Morphos. Burning Wish. Rite of Flame. Another Past in Flames. Some spells. There's the Brainstorm. Burning Wish. And get him with the grapes. Easy game. And now we have some force negations to lean on. Showed them Daze, now we're on the draw. Might still be helpful though. I'm not so sure Echoing Truth is necessary. Misdirection is a good way to... it forces a force, right? So in a lot of instances, it's just going to be another force. It's not going to force a show and tell, but it'll give us a lot more like double force hands. I feel like things are going to grind a little bit. It's going to be about interacting and then winning later, so I don't need as many cost reducers, I don't think. Trim a Baral. Probably cut a land. Seems good. Do I think it has legs? Potentially. Like, there's a lot of things that you have access to that Modern doesn't. Best Storm combo decks. The Epic Storm and the Epic Gamble. I'm going to keep this. There's no interaction, but they're probably either going to assume that we... oh, no. They might just... okay. Please don't jam a turn 1. Okay. That's good. But decks like Black Saga Storm, Jewel, Paradoxical Outcome, even Ad Nauseam Tendrils, I think they're all extremely good. If Scaminator didn't exist, pretty much any of the Storm decks are... the more relevant component, in my opinion, is your skill level with the deck. I Brainstorm into Ponder, but no other interaction. I'm gonna want to cast Ponder. At the same time, I don't want to walk into Daze. Maybe it's not necessarily worth it. You could also just jam Baral here and hope that Force Negation is enough, but doubtful. Okay, they currently have 8 cards in their hand, so I don't even think I'm going to cast this Brainstorm now. Just let them go to cleanup. We're making land drops. Life is good. I don't want to cast anything because I don't want to give them any reason to be able to cash in a Force of Will or something. City of Traders. Like, the bigger factor than choosing the best Storm deck is, have you played said Storm deck for a year straight? Like, do you know the deck in and out? Much more relevant. Well, they don't have 8 cards, so let's Brainstorm. I don't hate these. I'm even going to keep both Barals. I'm going to cast one. Oh no, they're going to hard cast an Emrakul now. Yes, please. And thank you. Thank you. Probably worth playing one of these now. Since I have a second one, I don't have to worry about protecting it. They're We're gonna force it. Yeah, that's fine. You got it. Uh-oh. Access to colored mana. You already burnt a force, though. Can't hardcast the force. For a ponder. Anticlimactic. I mostly play the Epic Storm and Ant. Would like to play some forces in a combo deck. Yeah, well, then you should play this. You could play Jewel. You could play Paradoxical Outcome. Which are either Storm or, of course, Storm adjacent decks. I would consider Jewel and PO to be. Oh my goodness. I think I still just want a Baral pass. I have double force up without even having to use my Gifts Ungiven, and next turn they are in a world of pain. Sure. You could counter it. I feel like Brainstorm is one of the only cards that might be able to fix their situation, but it could also just go wrong like that. Oh. Jeez. Alright, let's fetch once. Start with Song. Game is over. Like, way over. And a pact. Holy crap. Alright. How about this one? Didn't like it, huh? And they're off it, as they should be, because we had them dead to rights. We've yet to drop a game. We are 2-0-4-0. Feels pretty good. I'll see you in round 3.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/deck.
It's feeling smooth. So I've not played this enough to say that it is fine-tuned. However, if you missed the beginning, there was a portion of time that I was jamming Gift Storm in Legacy. And so I've actually played it a lot. So it is well-tuned. That was a while ago. That was like 3-4 years ago. Can you see us the list? I don't know what that means. Are you asking to see the list? You just scroll down in the comments. There's a link. There's a Moxfield link for it. I will show it for 5 seconds if you just want to see it kind of visually in front of you. There's a ton of like one-ofs because of Gifts Ungiven, which makes it difficult to look at. You know, you get like ritual, or like big mana, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this hand is well-rounded. I'll take it. We got land drops, we got a force, we got a cost reducer, cantrip, ritual. I'm just gonna chill. Don't really think there's a reason to cast this Ponder. It just taps us out. And he uses up a blue card. It will, however, get a Surveil land. Interesting. I feel like we might have to get through some serious interaction, and I'm actually going to keep that. It also really tips them off as to what's going on if I put that in my graveyard. Like a commander deck, yeah. In some ways, yeah. I just play Baral. I don't think so. Are you hyped for the new Memory-esque card that's coming? Memory-esque. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. There's been a lot of cards floating around. Right, they do seem to be Dimir. Brainstorm, decent. Let's go for a Baral. That's right, OP. Baral. Oh, the bad memory jar? Yeah, no thanks. No thank you. They're gonna force Baral. Pitching what? Force. That's fine. I'll find another cost reducer with my cantrips. Considering pondering here, but I would rather play around Daze. The way this game has been playing out. You know what the funny part is? The last list that I played, I had a reanimate in the sideboard. Just so I could, it might be a way to like cheese out some wins against Scaminator. They have 3 cards in hand. Fine. I think if they have more permission, I just lose. So this pact is not going to help me any further. I need them to not have any more permission and not have a reanimate. I think they have Daze. That's what I think. So let's see what we can do. Can get another force if we have to. We don't have to worry about Bowmasters. There are combinations of cards that just win here. Those are not them. We can try to pivot to like actually winning here, or we can just go get a Force of Will, continue playing around Daze, and then ponder next turn. I think that's the responsible thing to do. It's really bad. It even turns their, like, they can't cast spells from their hand, but they can use their blue cards in hand for Force of Will. Like, they can use their Force of Will off of the jar effect and pitch blue cards from their hand. Hardcast Grief. It is annoying. Like, it hits my Ponder. I only have one card. God, I wish I could Daze picking. I'm actually going to force this. Then we get Wastelanded. I mean, you would definitely rather kill the thing that actually has an effect. Or, I think you should. I can shuffle with this Lorien. There's definitely situations where I'm not gonna want to, like, play a cost reducer and I don't want to shuffle. So let's get Island. Reponder. Lets us horn. Next turn. Okay. Come on, man. This is why this deck is stupid. They have literally every single base covered. They're incredibly explosive, they're incredibly disruptive, they're incredibly degenerate, and you can't grind them out because then they're just going to make an Atraxa fairly soon, even if you exhaust them of all their resources. You can't just play ley lines and shut them down that way because they have a pretty solid fair plan. So they have Daze, Delta, Bowmasters. So that was a really bad Atraxa. I will say that. We got lucky. They played Delta. They have Daze, Bowmasters, plus one unknown. So we can... Wow, I guess I wish I grabbed the Seething Song instead of Rite of Flame. Yeah, I should have thought of that, actually. We've been playing around Daze this whole time, and then I just opted out. That's bad. I think I have to Morphose. If I Morphose, they play Bowmaster, I go to 14, I get pinged again, I go to 13, they have 2, 3, 9, I go to 4, so I won't be dead. Yeah. So they did have Daze the whole time, because we're about to get double dazed. Okay, they just wanted to pinch our blue mana. That's fine. And they didn't return their Surveil land. They have 2 cards. Ugh, come on, man. It's the only interactive, like, interacting to the board card in their deck. I think they have 1 to 2. So if we Rite of Flame and then Gifts, we're going to have 1 left over. We'll be able to cast a Rite of Flame or LED. We can get a Past in Flames. And a Brainstorm. I don't think this works. No, Brainstorm, well, it doesn't kill us. Yeah. Okay. I don't really want to play more forces. I want to push through my own combo. Misdirection doesn't seem particularly good, though. Have a good day from Spain. Thanks, Carlos. Sand is pretty good. Oh, I'm sorry. My dehumidifier's going. Nope, actually, it wasn't. I thought I heard it going, but it's not. I take it back. I'm not sorry. Ooh. It's definitely another thing that's nice about this deck is the fact that it can support basics very easily. Entomb. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, we're in. I played Jewel in Philly. I played the Epic Gamble in Philly. I did play it in a side event, of which I went 3-0. Okay. I played the Epic Gamble. I went 6-0, 12-0, and then lost back-to-back win-ins. Yeah. But it felt pretty good to go 6-0, 12-0. People will stop asking me if the Epic Gamble's dead. Fine. Holy moly. They do have a Lorien revealed now. Like, castable. People don't really play combo L's with Glimpse. That's not all that true. I mean, maybe you're local or something. Yeah, mono green does not have an easy time killing creatures. So Bowmasters is a pretty big problem. They've now made their 4th land drop. They're attacking instead of drawing 3. I guess reasonable, just having the, Voidwalker effect on the table is worth something, but can't say I'm happy that they have not drawn 3 cards. Put it that way. They have 3 cards. Let's see what we can do. Horn is not reduced, notably. Let's go for Bergie and hope that Ponder comes up with something. We're gonna Daze in this economy. Like, I'm tempted to burn this red off just to, Make them show me the Bowmasters. I don't think they have it. Kind of an awkward position to put yourself in if you did, right? Also, don't really think it matters if they do. They do have it. Again, I'm not sure how much it matters. It may very well matter. It may. But if we can find a Burning Wish, they're in trouble. Oh, there's that Past in Flames again. Obviously, you can't get this Ponder. It can allow us to Morphose, which isn't great. Yeah, we gotta shuffle this. That's not good. What a stupid deck, man. Sure. You took the Rite of Flame? Definitely would have taken LED. We need to cast this. Why not LED first? Why? What are we going to do with that LED? There's no way I'm activating it at any point. Gives them more information for no reason. Okay, we have a Ponder that we're probably going to have to YOLO on. Oh, to get the red because they're going to kill Bergie. Yep, you're right. I should have played LED first. I don't think there's a way out of this. We did draw the gifts. That's funny. If I had that additional red... I mean, the fact that there's a Dothy in play... Morphos, Burning Wish, Wish. No, then they can just give us Burning Wish and Wish. Don't think anything gets there. Yeah, Dothy's brutal. Give me 2 rituals if I go for a ritual. Ritual Past in Flames. Past in Flames doesn't do anything. Well, it gets Manamorphose. No, because I can't cast it. GG. We gotta hope they misclick. I don't know. They might read it wrong. Sometimes people don't realize that you choose the cards to go to the graveyard. Even if I had 1 additional mana, I don't think this is possible. We could have forced the Dothy way back. If they give us anything other than Desperate Ritual, Rite of Flame, we have a chance. Oh my god. So now I can Grapeshot their board. Well, probably not even the whole thing, right? We have to make sure we kill Voidwalker before this resolves, otherwise we have no Grapeshot. We have 8 to work with. I want to kill these so I'd have 5 left. I take a hit from the... okay. So we kill everything with the Orc army. Take a hit for 6. Hope we draw something. If we draw Otawara, we can bounce the army token, and then we're stable. And then we can draw some combo cards, and then we'll have to win a game in like 5 minutes too. For game 3. I have Echoing Truth as well. Yeah. They drew another Bowmasters. Unreal. We go to 8, we go to 1. Aha. We get to kill ourselves. All right. We fall down to 2-1. I'll see you in round 4.
The Best Legacy podcast? That would be Eternal Glory featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
I think we also had an Echoing Truth in the deck. Oh, forgetting about the record box. Oh, I can't wait till that deck is gone. I won't spark the whole band discussion, but it's made me grown, like, tired of the format. Like, it makes me not want to work on the serious decks, because it is kind of a lame duck format. Sweaty Aardvark. We've definitely played a fair amount recently. Can't remember what they play, but unfortunately I'm going to have to mulligan this. This is better. They also mulliganed. Am I crazy for wanting to keep the misdirection? There's definitely some risk involved. Mississippi River. Are you just guessing that because of their avatar? Or you know? Misdirection is actually pretty good against them, right? It's good against Thibault's Trickery. Your last match 2 days ago? Okay. Oh. It says potential. It has some turn 1 potential. It's just very unlikely. You have to hit a ritual off of the Manamorphose draw. Yeah. Awkward that that's our blue card. Right, this doesn't mean they don't have it. They could have Violent Outburst. It does mean that our misdirection will be able to interact. Okay, it looks like they're dead. They're just going to do it now. I understand playing around Force of Negation, but it's game 1. And you lose the ability to actually win on the spot, right? Now I can cast Manamorphose, potentially hit another blue card. Let's let them do this first. Unless they're trying to trickery or Rite of Flame. That would be funny. No, okay. Alright, please hit a blue card. kind of want more blue, but if I hit another Manamorphose, I want to be able to cast it. Land. That's really bad. So now what? So now if I misdirect Trickery to hit misdirection, I'll mill that many cards. A different name than misdirection, that's anything. So we'll get a random spell to cast. I mean, we can't just let this go, right? It has a fizzle rate, but it's pretty low. Oh no, then it'll just fizzle. We should have actually targeted our Rite of Flame with it. Right. His misdirection will resolve before Tybalt's Trickery. That was bad. Rain Fart. Okay, come on, Echo Vans. Come on, Echo Vans, or Past In Flames wouldn't be good enough. Echo Vans, though. Bummer. Well, we got a cost reducer, 4 mana. It's not nothing. You cannot have a spell target itself with misdirection. The common play pattern with it is against Force of Will and to have it redirect it to your misdirection. But really, if I just put some more thought into it, I would know that this misdirection wouldn't be around when Trickery was going off. And of course, that leaves me with nothing. I should have just had it hit my Rite of Flame so that I get another spell to cast. Still unlikely to be a good result, but it's definitely a better play. Will give us a Force of Will for next turn. I don't trust it. I gotta rather shuffle. Well. Ew. They must have another thing to cast, right? There's no way that would be worth doing otherwise. Wow. Well, they can't get to 6. Okay. Alright. Okay, they've got nothing. We've got something. I don't know what, though. I don't know what this gets in this spot, right? Like, Past in Flames would be the best thing to have if we draw like a Gifts Ungiven. Might just be a relay. That doesn't seem great. It's one of the reasons I wanted some sort of value card to get, but it hardly ever comes up. Reforge is just too risky. Just gonna get a Rite of Flame. You can't. For the same reason that you can't have a Force of Will retarget itself. Okay. I was gonna say, they should not demonstrate. Be nice if they did. Ooh, they did. Really? Okay. They're demonstrating again. I'm gonna Brainstorm first. They're being funny in the chat. Aren't counterspells good to flip off the technique for you, though? Right. Hilarious. Okay, so we want more forces. That's it. Echoing Truth unnecessary. Act unnecessary. Misdirection reasonable. But a land. You know it can't target itself on cast. Never considered on redirect. Can't target itself on cast because it's not on the stack yet to target. But when you redirect, it is on the stack. Right. So yeah, basically what I said before. Misdirection. The way in which it is able to counter Force of Will is by redirecting the Force of Will to misdirection. But you can't redirect the Force of Will to itself. People ask me this quite often. I just Googled it. There's a number of places that you can. I don't remember which one. I know it wasn't, at least on the time, on Amazon. At the time that I looked, I couldn't find it on Amazon. There's no permission. Otherwise has a quick kill. We're on the play. I'm gonna risk it. I think we'll be able to find a counter that will hopefully keep us alive. We can Merchant Scroll on 2, which means we might have 2 counters. They mulligan to 4. Deciding on their 4. No, thank you. Give me a force. Bummer. You want to go Force of Will. If you go Heads Up Force of Negation, they'll probably Violent Outburst you on your upkeep. Yeah, part of me wanted to go Electro Man there and just risk it. We'd be winning right now if we did, although we may have found a win anyways. We just have to hit some sort of ritual off of one of these Manamorphose. Nothing else we can. Gifts. Yeah, let's go. Definitely rituals that this ponder could find that can keep things going. Or we can just gifts. I'm gonna try to find a ritual. Close. I think we take this Force of Will. And next turn play Burgi. And win with Burning Wish. I want the LED more. It might go off with gifts. Alright. Alright. They're going in. Guess we could gifts. Yeah, you know what? We just win right now, right? Just go LED, gifts, hold priority, crack LED for red. Yeah. We go past in flames. Morphose. Burning Wish. No, wait. Fast and Flames, Morphose, Song. Ritual. Yeah, they give us a bunch of mana. Flash it all back. I mean, technically, since we don't have second Fast and Flames in the main, it's not deterministic because we have to flash back the Fast and Flames to go, and then we don't have one, and then our next gifts pile is a little bit awkward, but we have multiple Manamorphose, 3 of them, and they actually just put the Piff in our hand. So that ensures their death. It is at that point deterministic. Blue, 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 blue. Brainstorm. Baral. Rite of Flame. Wander. Whatever. Shuffle. Let's just go get Grapeshot. Grapeshot them. I could cast a bunch of spells so that this one's lethal, so that I don't have to flash it back, so that I don't play into some sort of graveyard interaction, but they don't play graveyard interaction. Could a person play graveyard interaction? Sure. I'm just not willing to go through the extra clicking. Let's run it back. How many blue cards do we have? 6, 7, 11, 17, 6, 23, 31, 33. Pretty good. It's pretty good. We'll keep this. They mulligan to 5. All right, they kept on 5. Don't want to ponder. It's my blue card for this force, so I guess I'll just go for a Surveil land. That one on top. And I'm just going to put a blue card in my hand. Fortunately, Mind's Desire is the only one. Alright, I think it throws into Outburst into Trickery. Can hardcast Force next turn, so I guess I use Force of Will this time. Like, I'm probably gonna play Bergie. They can't upkeep me, even with the Force of Negation. I mean, Desire is not off the table. I'm actually gonna keep it over the Ponder. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer that this is now. It's pretty good. That's a piff. Get the Berg in there. We can draw Burning Wish or Wish or something. That'll be pretty good. We're probably gonna have to use this Force of Negation. What's going on here? Oh boy. Got a Force. Do have to exile Mind's Desire now, which is a bummer. How would you feel about this deck being a budget-friendly conversion of the modern equivalent with a 15 proxy limit? How would I feel about it? Are you saying you have a tournament, you have a legacy tournament that has a proxy? You can play 15 proxies? Oh, whoops. So I'm going to go in on this. I don't think it gets better. I'll be able to Morphose twice. Always going to have red here. I mean, it's a pretty powerful deck. We're going in on one more draw. Past in Flames. There's not much reason to use the Seething Song. Boy, are we desperate to hit something off of this Manamorphose. Yeah, the modern version built. Nice. Yeah, it would be very easy for you to put it together then. Alright, come on. Come on, baby, come on. Odawara. I suppose that was a reason we'd have a bunch more mana. No, but then Horn doesn't do anything. Four, five, six. 3. I mean, I guess I should Horn. Is that true? Use Seething Song, bounce it, replay it. I mean, it's going to be really interesting if they hit Echo of Aeons on a Demonstrate, and then we have a Horn in play. Gotta give me that. Now, they may very well have Beseiju, but I still think it's the best play that we have. Probably gonna throws. Yep. Hopefully they just fizzle on this one. Okay. 1, 2. There's only one trickery left in their deck, I think. Or no, they have no more. They only have 3 in their deck. And they wreck themselves. Love it. What's happening? No, it is a Boseiju. Alright. Bummer. Definitely casting this. Bummer. So they have to draw actual creative technique, or they have to drop lands such that they can like cast one of their big things, which is going to be really difficult with this city in play. Maybe not really difficult, but much more difficult. Okay. Now it's going to be real tough for them. Clock is low. Yep. Okay, that's better than it looks. Even just having a 2/2 is kind of nice, which is one of the main reasons I was disappointed about dropping a horn and getting it killed. Was that 3/3 would have been pretty good. We can pass in flames into double Manamorphose. Do I want to wait until there's more juice? Probably not. We have the Seething Song too. No, let's go. Bummer. Bummer. There's no more fetchables either. Okay. Possible I should have dazed myself on one of those. Pick up my balls. There's a lot of stuff they could cast now. 4/7. Atali's gonna get dazed. Oh boy. Look out. Oh, that was gross. Morphos, let's go. Let's falls first. Baral, no. Well, we get double force and negation. We cannot stop a big actual monster like that. Pass. Yes. Love it. Oh. Ooh. I don't know. What do you think? Should we spice it up? These freaking lands. I don't have any fetchables left. Probably have a better chance just attacking. It's going to give them a full grip, and then we're going to be almost tapped out. Alright, they have to demonstrate, so we get a freebie. And that's lethal. And they're going to be pretty upset about this. I said GG's. Good games. That was tight. It was close. It was a fun game. A lot of these games are super fun with this deck. Cool. That puts us to 3-1. I'll see you in the final round, fighting for that 4-1.
You're still watching. Make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us.
Pretty sweet. I mean, looking very powerful. Like most combo decks right now. Very powerful, aside from Scaminator just being a menace. Yeah, dazing an Atali and picking up my Thundering Falls was pretty good. Pretty good. If you do have any feedback, ideas, you know, what have you, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll try to respond to them as much as possible. Or you can even talk about it in my Discord, the members section within the Storm Discord. It's probably the best place for that. Okay. It's a funky hand. Alright. Delver is respectable. Could surveil, but I think I want to get a basic. Yeah, Opeth is great. Alright, presumably they did not draw a instant or sorcery twice in a row. No wasteland, that's good. No spells otherwise. I would imagine it's a Bowmaster's. Mana? There was, at one point, a land in my my sideboard. It was a Seagate Restoration. A Brainstorm. Alright. We've not drawn well. Really, we just want to draw either cantrips or lands so we can find cantrips, but we drew both of our awkward one-ofs, Echoing Truth into Pact. Pact is pretty good, but the only card it's really bad with is LED, the one-of. Seagate's awesome. I'm with you, Matthew. Ghost Reveries was the last album that I really liked. There's a few okay songs on the very next album, but for the most part, I'm not huge into just like weird prog rock. Pitches to everything. The cast is pretty sweet. Imprints the chrome mox. Please. Help. I need help. Save me, chat. You're like, surely they're not gonna have Daze, right? Well, I would have. The Murktide? Well, now we can't even Daze. It's a bummer. Okay. Forced back. Getting chonked down to 7. Sure. And surveil land. And hopefully rip something. I don't know what. Manamorphose wouldn't be bad. Manamorphose into, like... it doesn't really work. Manamorphose into Mana Source? No, that doesn't make sense. We did draw Manamorphose. Like, if I had that land, I could go Song, Morphos, Gifts, crack LED, and then we have what I believe would be lethal. Just have to hit Echo. It's the only way out here. We have one. Seek the Beast. Get 2 lands. Alright. Yeah, classic, keep a 2-lander, never draw another land. Or cantrip. It was game 1. We didn't know we were playing against Delver. It's a risky hand against them, but we didn't know what we didn't know. I'd rather play a piece of removal instead of Echoing Truth. Excuse me. That's about it. It's funny because I know a lot of people that have one LED or just awkward numbers of LEDs. Like they're slowly buying into them. So if you have one, this deck only plays one. It's probably the only deck that plays one Lionside Diamond. I built some decks that played one. When I was messing around with Jewel initially and playing some amount of Echoes to be able to get it from Urza Saga. This is no good. Oh boy. Here we go again. Doomsday, yep. Yeah, that's probably the most legit example. Jewel decks are sweet. Thank you. Alright, we didn't get Wastelanded, so that's a win. We didn't draw a land. Oh boy. I mean, it might get wild. But I'm going to need you to promise me, OP, that you don't wasteland me. Promise me. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. What a jerk. Oh, God. Talk about brutal. Ponder, shuffle, no land. Brainstorm, lock, no land. It's the sort of nightmare that you hear, like, you're at a big event, you hear someone just like in disarray, complaining. You have some heavy complaint equity if that happens to you at a major event. Like the ponder, no shuffle, miss your land, miss your land on your draw step. That's rough. But when you cast a second cantrip and that one misses too, it's funny. Comical. Daze my LED. I don't like that I'm just giving them surveil triggers. But I would rather run that out there. So if we draw into a land, we can make 3. We have backup. Morphose, play Baral. Morphose up to 2, 3. Maybe I should have kept the other Rite of Flame. One less draw, one more mana. Okay. Suppose we don't have to go all in. Yeah, I'm going to, though. Brutal. They have 4 cards. I do like misdirection here. Definitely better than Force of Will, but it's getting countered. Pyroblast? Ugh. The efficiency. It's brutal. Now they got 3 3s and a counterbalance. Yikes. They have 2 cards. Kept one on top. You have to draw a land. To have a chance at being in this. I did not. I suppose Rite of Flame could do it. Technically. Likely a turn too late. It's possible I'm not supposed to be playing Odawara. To be fair, I didn't actually think of the... Did not think of the ramifications. Alright, well... Still have to draw Rite of Flame here. You had Brainstorm. Would Darcy be any good in this deck? Yeah. Probably wouldn't be good enough, but maybe. I played it in some like Storm Brews. It always fell a little short. The effect is nice, but ultimately you're playing a very vulnerable creature, and the chip damage doesn't really do that much for you. Oops. Okay, so I think it was a very successful league. We kind of had a non-game against Delver there. Like, we just had terrible draws, right? Like, the first game there, we kept a 2-lander, didn't draw any lands, drew both of our really awkward 1-ofs. Then we kept a ponder, find no land, shuffle, find no land, draw step, find no land, cast a brainstorm, locked, no land. So I think this deck would be reasonably competitive against most Delver decks. It's going to be obviously a skill testing and challenging matchup, but I'd have to play it some more to have a stronger opinion. Scaminator, as expected, is just going to be a nightmare. That deck is a nightmare for anything, especially combo decks. Other than that, it felt very strong. The way it operates is very smooth. The cantrips makes it smooth. We have a ton of interaction, which is nice. And we do have very quick and deterministic kills and access to a fair amount of interaction through Burning Wish too. Is it built perfectly? I'm sure it isn't. Pretty early on. This is only the 3rd league that I've played with it since having played it way back when in Legacy. But it's so much fun, and it is very powerful. This is not the last that you're going to see of it. And yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite decks. It got me to play Modern for a while. I used to watch Caleb, sure. I think my highlight with playing this, like 4 or 5 years ago, was queuing into Caleb, who in the rare moment was playing Legacy, of course, playing Ad Nauseam Tendrils, and beating him with his signature deck, Gifts Storm, in Legacy. So that was pretty cool. I think like one of the first turns, or early on at least, I force-willed pitching Baral or something. He was in the chat, just like, nice. Okay, but that's about it. Of course, I do want to thank our sponsors, Moxfield, Card Hoarder, and KMC. And I do want to mention again that I also have a YouTube. I stream live on my Twitch. I'll be streaming tomorrow morning around 11 a.m. Eastern. It's a short stream, just a couple hours before I go to work, but I will be doing it. And of course, I have a Patreon that has various sideboard guides, deck lists, articles, early access to my videos and content. And I did start a podcast a while back. We are recording the 7th episode this week. And I have Cyrus on as our second guest. We had Bosch and Roll on our guest as our guest last episode. It's called Brews of Paradise. You can find it on all the major platforms. If you can't find it on a platform that you use, let me know. I'll get it on there. Make sure you check out the Epic Storm Patreon, where you'll find the sideboard guide for the Epic Storm, and check out the YouTube membership, which has all sorts of useful perks as well. You get, I think, deals on a lot of stuff that Bryant offers. So that's it. That's all I got. Hope you enjoyed. Keep storming. See you next time.